This is Matthew Kratter's Bitcoin University. Today I want to talk about how governments can easily kill Bitcoin, and this is a real threat. It would be actually quite easy for governments to starve the Bitcoin beast if they ever decided to. Here's the real danger. As the Bitcoin block subsidy, which is currently at 3.125 Bitcoin, continues to get halved every 4 years, Bitcoin miners are becoming increasingly dependent on transaction fee revenue to pay for their equipment and electricity costs. Bitcoin miners get paid a transaction fee for every transaction that they include in a block that they mine. And these transaction fees move up and down over time in response to demand for Bitcoin block space. So if that demand for Bitcoin block space ever plummeted a lot, there'll be fewer and fewer transactions in each block, and miner transaction fee revenue will plummet, unprofitable miners will unplug, and the difficulty adjustment will kick in every 2 weeks, temporarily saving miners, but this would not be enough in a severe situation. If blocks are mostly devoid of transactions over an extended period of time, the Bitcoin mining industry will implode and Bitcoin will be finished with no miners left to secure the blockchain. So to destroy Bitcoin, governments need only destroy demand for Bitcoin block space. It's really that simple. Now, governments cannot stop people from transacting using Bitcoin, unfortunately for them. But what they can do is they can certainly employ certain devious tricks to cause demand for Bitcoin block space to plummet. Here's one trick that they could use that would be especially deadly. If governments ever stopped freezing bank accounts and censoring monetary transactions, there would be little demand for censorship-resistant money like Bitcoin, and Bitcoin would definitely die a painful death. It's really so simple. Governments just need to stop doing things like this, like the Canadian truckers having their accounts frozen by the government, Navalny's accounts being frozen by Putin, PayPal freezing WikiLeaks donations, Tether freezing transactions that the U.S. Treasury doesn't like, and of course the banks, Bank of America, debanking people, freezing their funds, trying to silence people who have certain opinions by closing or freezing their bank accounts. So that would be prong number one in a deadly government attack on Bitcoin. No more money censorship would be absolutely terrible for Bitcoin. But here's prong two of a possible government attack on Bitcoin, and this part could be even worse. If governments stop spending so much money, this would kill Bitcoin probably in a matter of months, because you'd have no more deficit spending, government debt issuance would plummet, and central banks would be forced to stop printing because there'd be no government debt for them to buy at the margin. And at that point, the demand for assets like Bitcoin that protect against inflation would plummet. So if governments stopped censoring other people's money and began to live within their means, demand for Bitcoin block space would plummet, Bitcoin miners would go hungry, and this brave experiment that we call Bitcoin would sadly be over. So owning Bitcoin is especially dangerous for people who believe in government competence and thrift. You're not going to be able to sleep at night if you own Bitcoin and you love your government. If you do choose to buy and hodl Bitcoin, though, please consider the risks that I've outlined in this video. As we see increasing government benevolence and competence spread across the globe, the risks of owning Bitcoin are unfortunately going to skyrocket. Fortunately, though, we still have other instruments. We still have government-issued money like US dollars and euros and Australian dollars and Canadian dollars and yen and British pounds. This so-called quote-unquote fiat money could become an increasingly important store of value and medium of exchange over time in a scenario like this. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the subscribe and like buttons. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I publish my next video. And let me know your questions and comments in the comment section below. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.